U.S. headquarters marks its 31st anniversary with an online celebration. Tzu Chi Singapore chapter sends beds and beverages to hospitals in Malaysia. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Siri Su. Thank you for joining us. Due to the pandemic, California, where Tzu Chi headquarters is located, has implemented sheltering order place. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers held Tzu Chi USA 31st anniversary celebration online. More than 300 Tzu Chi volunteers chanted the Prelude to Lotus Sutra and vowed to recruit more volunteers.
感恩您上线参与慈济美国31周年庆。
Tzu Chi US headquarters is 31 years old. At the anniversary celebration in 2020, due to the pandemic, California government has implemented shelter-in-place orders. As a result, the anniversary celebration has been held online.
In the morning, with sincerity, we gather online to chant the prelude to the Lotus Sutra. May the Buddhas hear our prayers and may the pandemic end soon.
Following pandemic prevention measures, volunteers Debbie Chen and Cai Tzu represent all volunteers and go to the Buddha Hall in St. Dimas to worship the Buddha.
Although there are not a lot of people celebrating together, but our hearts are united. We will support each other on the Bodhisattva path.
Cherish our good health, do good deeds, and cultivate blessing every day.
Volunteers from different places also record their best wishes for Tzu Chi US headquarters.
苦难中长养慈悲，在变数中考验智慧。
蔬果发放，爱洒人间。
美国31周年庆，
生日快乐！
Tzu Chi Global Volunteers Executive Director Stephen Huang also records his best wishes for U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers.
We need to pass on the spirit of Dharma lineage with to respect mutual love and gratitude. We should work together to improve Tzu Chi's missions in the United States.
Happy birthday to
Having been through numerous challenges in 2020, U.S. Tzu Chi volunteers will continue to carry out Tzu Chi missions with utmost sincerity. In Taiwan, more than 10 seniors from Darling Tzu Chi Geriatric Center have gone to Darling Dai Kindergarten to celebrate Christmas with the children. The children put on Christmas hats and make glutinous rice balls with the seniors, so the seniors could enjoy holiday festivities. More than 10 seniors from the geriatric center put on Christmas hats and get on a golf cart to go to Darling Dai Kindergarten to celebrate Christmas.
When the children first saw the seniors, they might be afraid because some seniors are using canes or working aids. However, later on, they are no longer afraid.
The children put on the Christmas hats made by the seniors and performed sign language songs. They also joined the seniors in making colorful glutinous rice balls.
Making glutinous rice balls. I'm very happy making glutinous rice balls with grandpas and grandmas.
Making glutinous rice balls today, we hope the grandpas and grandmas will be healthy. I will play with them.
When I was young, I often made rice strain with stone mill. Pressing and kneading the dough, I am making glutinous rice balls. I am very happy, as if I am with my great-grandchildren.
As the children play with the seniors are enjoying holiday festivities, and children learn to interact with them. Due to the pandemic, many families in Northern California are living in tough conditions. In response, city volunteers initiated a relief plan, providing supplies and foods to families in need. Before Christmas, volunteers started a winter distribution, preparing an early Christmas surprise for families.
At the venue, it's like a factory making Christmas presents. Every bag containing gifts are name-tagged, hoping to find their belonging. Disadvantaged families are living in tough conditions during the pandemic. Therefore, Tzu Chi and Second Harvest of Silicon Valley initiated the drive through a distribution once per week. Many residents coming in for supplies either have one member suffering from COVID where the entire family is suffering from the disease.
With the coronavirus, which we healed from, and then we also encountered my son's surgery. And with the surgery, it's been difficult. You know, you don't have a lot of help. It's just you and your son in the hospital. But Michelle has been calling me, checking up on me, seeing how I'm doing, if I've needed anything. And when I did respond to her, she came quickly.
This family of 4 are illegal immigrants from El Salvador, with everyone catching COVID in a cluster.
Tzu Chi volunteers help us a lot. Now they even gave us Christmas presents. I hope life gets better from this point on.
When we received the COVID prevention supplies in August, a volunteer told me about the bamboo corn bank and gave me one. So today I brought a food bamboo corn bank for donation.
The love allocated over people's kindness made Christmas arrive early, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas.
The pandemic is still ongoing in Malaysia. For 13 days, COVID cases are reaching 4 digits per day. Tzu Chi Singapore chapter initiated projects to send love to Malaysia, giving 3,000 beds and 10,000 beverages to hospitals.
A truck from Tzu Chi Singapore chapter had made its way to Malaysia, sending in 3,000 sets of beds. At the Penang General Hospital, officials received 250 sets.
Today we came over here to carry these items around 10 a.m., so it took us about 2 hours. It's all right, the hospital staff also came over to help with carrying, so it was less tiring.
Besides the Tzu Chi Singapore chapter, the Tzu Chi Merit Society in Malaysia also sent in 10,000 beverages.
We are glad that Tzu Chi gave us 250 beds and 10,000 beverages. At times like this, the supplies gave us force to keep working.
In Malaysia, starting January this year, had its first case of COVID. Until now, although people are showing signs of exhaustion while preventing the pandemic, frontline medical workers are still working hard to make sure everything's fine.
It doesn't matter if it's tiring or not. It's our job, so we won't complain at all.
Our nurses also felt tired, so we want to tell everyone to follow the standard procedure. While you take care of yourself, you take care of others.
With the ongoing pandemic, everyone should take preventive measures seriously, as helping one another through tough times like these may bring peace.
أنا أحبكم كثيرا 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 وسأرسل لكم محبتي هذه وأقول لكم I love you Philippines.
Filipina, saya banyak masalah lah sebab sana orang banyak mati makan, tidur, rumah tak ada. Jadi kita terimalah.
别人有难，我们也是要帮忙哦。所以我们在这里的话，我们是很平安的，但是我们也要祝福他们。
他们有雨灾，我要把我们存下来的钱拿给施工上人帮助他们。
迄个灾情吼，咱若无就去菲律宾，所以别人来义卖来帮助菲律宾。
Store ko sa Cavite tsaka Laguna, tatlo ay may natamaan ng baha. Pero maski yun alaw na yun, iniisip ko pa rin yung mga totally wasaw sila. Pati damit, wala. Kaya nakakawa. Kaya yun, ginagawa lang natin kung anong may tulong natin bilang isang volunteer.
Thankful po dahil Isa tong malaking tulong para po sa amin na maka-recover po ng maayos at mabilis po. And yung ginagawa po siguro po namin to para lubos na makatulong po sa community, hindi lang sa kanila, para din po sa pamilya po namin.
Lahat kami na-amaze. Na-amaze silang lahat. Dahil ang laki ng tulong na ibigay. Malaking tulong to. Malaking tulong to sa, lalo na sa mga nagiba ng bahay. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nagpapatuloy dahil walang pera.
Mamahal sa isa't isa. Maring iba-iba tayo. Ibang tahanan ang pinagmulan natin. Iba't ibang lugar ang pinagmulan, paniniwala. Pero iisa tayo, isang pamilya.
Hindi namin i-speak na yung pala may kalakip na pera pala yung binigay na stab. Kaya napakagandang pamasko para sa amin lahat.
Tapos ng bawang Pasko para nasa sariling bahay talaga kami. Salamat talaga Tzu Chi sa inyo, ma'am, sa bumubuo ng foundation.
The Tzu Chi Eye Center in the Philippines is very busy before the Christmas holidays. A 70-year-old senior received a cataract surgery provided by Tzu Chi for free. 2 months after the surgery, she traveled for 15 hours to the Tzu Chi Eye Center to donate her pocket money to reciprocate Tzu Chi's love.
Many people resist going near the hospital, but for them, it feels like walking into a blessing. With her best friend's companion, Lorena Defensor, who is a 53-year-old domestic helper, went to the Tzu Chi Eye Center in Manila to remove cataracts.
Thanks God. Thank you, Lord.
3 years ago, I also received Tzu Chi's assistance to have free cataract surgery. When I saw that my friend was sick and I couldn't give her financial help, at least I could bring her to Tzu Chi to seek assistance.
Another person who regained his vision is Benjamin Bartolomeo, a 66-year-old worker at a recycling station.
I'm very grateful to be able to see my son and grandchildren clearly in the coming Christmas.
When my dad arrived home after surgery last night, he didn't want to go to bed. He was just standing outside and look at the night view under the moon. He's very happy to be able to see you again. This is surely the best Christmas gift.
This grandma, who took a 15-hour travel from Misbet to Manila, put the money she has been saving for a long time into a red envelope carefully. She wants to thank Tima for curing her eye disease for free 2 months ago.
I'm old and do not have income. This money is my pocket money given by my children. Although it is little, I want to donate it to Tzu Chi.
The cure of eye diseases and the donation are all the gifts of love, which touched many others.
Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, which is adjacent to the Xingdian branch of the Genesis Social Welfare Foundation, has assisted in caring for previous patients for many years. Every year, the dentistry department works with TIMA members to do teeth cleaning.
The trimming arrangement is the first task to handle before the dental-free clinic starts.
For the work behind, TIMA members got up early and set off at about 5 or 6 in the morning to start preparing those tubing and tools. No matter how busy and hard they are, they're still willing to spend time here to help with teeth cleaning.
Because we're neighbors and it's very close to us, more than 20 of our nurses have also signed up to come help out. I'm also touched and hence, I come here to help with others.
To provide care for the oral cavity of the patients in persistent vegetative state twice per year, more volunteers are needed with tacit understanding.
Probably, we need to have 7 or 8 people, including the assistants, to do a simple task. It is often heard the Master saying that cherishing blessings when seeing the sufferings. It's our blessings to be here to help out.
We used to think that participating in free clinic is like joining a club. People often come and go, but if the free clinic is a long-term activity, it should require a comprehensive system with disciplinary cooperation.
It's a very, very big project. Doctors recommended that on average, each person should brush his teeth for at least 3 minutes. In our Xindian branch, we have 60 patients here, and it takes 180 minutes every day to brush their teeth. Actually, our manpower is really not enough.
The PVS patients are served with love, safeguarding their oral health to minimize the occurrence of other diseases.
In Jiayi, Tzu Chi volunteers held a year-end blessing ceremony and invited 530 community members to participate. Volunteers designed environmental skits, performed the daily life of the recycling station, and promoted the importance of vegetarianism.
The scene in the second-hand room are brought to the stage. This is the daily routine of the Tzu Chi recycling station. To make the earth clean, starting from our daily lives, Tzu Chi volunteers dressed as fruits and vegetables have become the best spokespersons.
Being a vegetarian can also care for the earth, making the next generation more blessed and happier.
Although it's inconvenient to eat vegetarian food at work, our company has begun to promote the vegetarian policy, starting with lunch. In the beginning, our group consisted of only 2 people, but with everyone sharing, now we have 10 people going meatless.
At the end of the year, more than 500 people gathered to pray for the blessings. Many people expected to receive red envelopes of blessing and wisdom.
After receiving the red envelope from the master, I feel that any disturbance this year, whether it is happiness or sadness, can temporarily say goodbye to 2020 and move on to a new year.
We want to pass on our great love to every corner of the social planet. We also pray that this pandemic, this disaster, can quickly be ended safely.
People put their savings to donate, and the peace charms were also well received. With everyone's blessings, all are expecting the new year to come.
In Klang, Malaysia, Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting vegetarian meal boxes to the public since 2019. Volunteers in charge of cooking the dishes are all housewives. The delicious dishes have received a great response from the public. Let's take a look.
Stir-frying the green, sweet vegetables with 2 hands, Tzu Chi volunteers in Klang have given their best and worked together to prepare healthy vegetarian lunch boxes.
All of the sisters here today are housewives. Usually, we only need to prepare meals for our own family members, about 5 to 6 people. But when we are cooking here, we need to prepare food for over 100 people.
We will choose the vegetables of the season and also some other vegetables that we seldom cook at home. We try our best to cook delicious vegetarian meals for others.
Since 2019, volunteers have been promoting vegetarian meal boxes for charity. Besides the taste of home, there's also their compassionate heart, loving all beings inside each meal box. The response from the locals was very encouraging.
This is my 3rd time ordering this vegetarian meal box. Volunteers have put in much effort preparing all the dishes and I really enjoy it. Therefore, I will continue ordering in the future.
They have prepared 4,200 vegetarian meal boxes in a year, which is equivalent to planting 280 trees, contributing a little in reducing carbon emission and loving our planet Earth.
In our continuing series about prison and rehabilitation, we meet Jiang Yuanfu, who in middle school joined a gang and started fighting. Later, he accumulated a lot of scars. He spent 10 years in jail and his daughter didn't even recognize him. After he was released from prison, he went to an employment company established by former inmates.
To break out, you must be more fierce and ruthless than others. When I was young, I clashed with guests and even took out knives and went at each other.
The scar of more than 20 centimeters on his left back, as well as clear traces of bullet holes on his chest, prove the wild years of Jiang Yuanfu's life. In the 2nd grade of middle school, he dropped out of school and got mixed into gangs. After he was discharged from the army, he He took drugs and sold drugs and even printed counterfeit money until he was put in prison for 10 years.
When I was in prison, my eldest daughter was 2 years old. When they visited me, she felt like a stranger to me, just like the neighbors next door.
After he was released from prison, he came to the construction staffing company run by a former inmate as he tried to start over.
When I first came out, I just moved sand and cement. I broke my hand and tied a sling and kept working. My friend said that I was in prison for too long and my brain rotted, as selling drugs is more profitable.
The thought of turning back to his former life followed him like a shadow. He was constantly experiencing this tug-of-war between good and evil.
In the past few years, after I gave up drugs and change, I became an anti-drug lecturer.
In the past 7 years, this wellness company has borne the honor of anti-drug work.
What makes me happiest is that when I became an anti-drug activist in 2018, my mother kept crying and told our boss that you helped me find her son.
The original intention of the company was to help rehabilitated people by providing them a stable income and free accommodation.
I really hope that the families can forgive us for our past mistakes. Although we have made mistakes, my only hope is that my mother can forgive me.
When he comes out, we don't want people to worry about him. Family support is very important. If the family is more supportive, he'll be better.
There's hope that families will understand the concern and heart of these rehabilitated people.
This is my happiest time because I can come home and eat my mother's cooking.
He works hard. He goes to the company at 6 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes the boss doesn't let him go until 10 o'clock in the evening. When my son is good, I'm really happy.
To live with my dear family and live a peaceful life is my greatest wish.
Trying to make his life stretch longer, he looks at past scars and setbacks and views them as nourishment, giving Zhang Yuanfu the courage to bravely go forward.
In Jakarta, Indonesia, there's a school that takes in students with special needs. Before Christmas, the volunteers deliver rice and other food to the school. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.